Like how many times people can fall for it.
But yeah, you that Spider-Man thing because I know Sony and Disney are going at it.
Oh no, it's done. It's done. They finished. Yeah, they're not making any more Spider-Man movies for Marvel. It's all Sony, which is good.
To be honest, I think Disney. Yeah, honestly, I hate Disney. Disney's making a whole bunch of.
Yeah, Disney movies are crap. Yeah, Disney movies are garbage.
I'm at point K-12.
Fucking garbage.
Guess there's no keeping down the Grim Reaper, huh?
My extraction point.
Yeah.
Relax.
Even the animation stuff, like all the shit you liked, all the old movies you liked, are just like remakes of shit that was already out. Like Snow White, Sleeping Beauty. Those stories always been out. Yeah, who the fuck cares? Who's even watching these movies anymore? Like I have kids and they don't give a fuck about Disney. They're all on YouTube. Yeah, they don't give a shit about Star Wars. They don't give a shit about Disney. It's all fucking Minecraft with them. Oh yeah, but it's gonna be crap. It's Disney. You know how they get down. Everything they do is they have like the reverse Midas touch. Everything they touch is like shit. So I'm yeah, those are good. But I've been watching the Mayfex guys. They've been putting in a lot more work. Mayfex is this shit. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch, dog. Oh, hello, zombies. Oh, I saw this thing for GTA Online. Fucking, they do the mods online, like mods on the computer. And these fucking, they had a zombie survival mod for GTA. That shit looks so nice. I was like, oh. Yeah, oh shit, like that's where you have to play GTA at. Oh yeah. I always say the best mod I saw for GTA was they had a Ghost Rider mod and you could like ride the motorcycle up the fucking up the fucking walls and shit, and it was like he didn't carry guns, he just carried the chain. But it's like you just swing the chain around and it just like one hit kills everyone. Oh yeah, that's fucking tight. Oh yeah. I seen a good Wolverine mod too with them. They had a good Wolverine where he just like, jumps on people with the claws out. I saw the best one I think was a Deadshot mod where it's like you play as Deadshot from from Suicide Squad, and it's like they put in the shit that you usually have in what do they call that? Red Dead Redemption, where it's like you slow down time. Hey, what's up, Seymour? The Red Dead Redemption mod where it's like you highlight people and you can fucking like shoot so fast. Oh, nice. Little bitch. The bitch ass zombies. Fucking damn zombies. Fucking SJWs. That's what I imagine when I'm shooting them. I know, see what's up. What's good, Angle? Engelwatt's got a YouTube channel. You can plug your YouTube channel, Engelwatt's. It replaced a lot of shit for me. I got the Roku stick for my TV. I just watched like a lot of like streaming things.
What'd you get?
The Roku stick. You get it from Walmart. You plug it into your TV, and you're able to watch streaming channels, live streams, YouTube, all that shit. It seems to be like where everything's moving towards anyway, you know? That's where the good shit is. You got what? He got a pizza Spider-Man? Oh wow. You know what I did? I collected all the well, the funny thing is I'm worried about the Marvel Legends because I went to a Walmart recently and like all I saw was just Captain Marvel figures. Like fucking like I know they're losing money. I know they're losing a shit ton of money because of that the female figures they're having to produce. No one buys them. No one's interested. I don't blame them. Yeah. Well, they're gonna realize sooner or later that, you know, that shit doesn't sell, but you know what? You saw what happened with Toys R Us. Like, Toys R Us lost everything because of fucking Disney Star Wars. Toys R Us out of business. No, because usually everyone wants to buy, you know, Star Wars merch, but fuck, have you seen the Star Wars aisles? And when you take these kids to, no one's buying that shit. Oh yeah, that was a good one. I also you know what's gonna be the true telling is Halloween this year. Watch who all the kids dress up as. That's gonna tell you like where their interest is. Yeah, it's gonna be Fortnite people and maybe It the Clown. Oh, joke! Oh my god, that movie looks really good. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm really excited. Well, Joaquin Phoenix. I love Joaquin Phoenix. He's a fucking. He plays a douche. He plays such a funny guy. Oh yeah. You can do whatever you want with Joker. Yeah, you can do whatever you want with Joker. He's one of those characters to where it's just, he's very pliable.
Oh, dude,
and also, it's something I've been saying for a while. Like with Batman, he's like the least interesting aspect of his own storyline. Everyone likes the Joker. Everyone likes Bane. No one gives a fuck about Batman. I don't know. They're realizing there isn't much to do with Batman. There's only so much you can do with, oh, he's upset his family died. Like, come on. Like, how far can you push that? You only push that for so long. This is so... That's good. That's good. But like I said, it goes back to the point that he's like the least interesting aspect of his comic. Everyone else likes the Joker. That's why Batman Who Laughs did so well. I'm telling you, I think they should work on making Suicide Squad better. That is where the money's gonna be. You get the guy who did Guardians of the Galaxy to do Suicide Squad. Yeah, well, you know, they always gotta hoe it up for the mainstreamers. Everyone's gotta be a bit of a hoe. Even the men. It's the only way it works. Yeah. But like the original Suicide Squad movie, like I didn't like it. I thought it could have been done better. But I think the way you, yeah. I can see the guy who did Guardians of the Galaxy doing a good job with that movie. Fuck, I didn't mean to use it. Fuck, I did not mean to use that. Huh? Yeah. What game are you guys playing? GTA? I tried coming in. I tried getting into that game, and it fucking when it took so long to reload. I guess there were updates, and I was like, nah, bro. Yeah. Are people still like? Are people still orbiting strike people? Is that still a big? It used to happen to me all the time, man. That was like the worst part of that game for me. I was like, oh fuck, I'm being orbital strike again. Oh. You guys have oppressors? Oh, what did you have to do to get the Mark II?
Tom just ordered a full cleanup on Raccoon City.
Yeah, I'd probably get one. I had the original Mark II that I really liked. It really? Yeah. It's like it sounds like, you know what it sounds like when you explain it like that? It sounds like Earthworm Jim. I don't know if you guys ever played that game. That thing he rides around on. Whoa, Nelly! That's what he says. He goes, whoa, Nelly! Earthworm Jim was this shit. Oh my god, yeah. Nintendo's this shit. Nintendo's this shit because they do not care. There's no fucks given with Nintendo. They're like, oh, you're mad? You're mad at us for making money? Oh, sorry. I'm not gonna stop.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Gorilla too. Gorilla's like, we don't want you, we don't want you to
Yeah. They're stupid. You'll never get anywhere apologizing to idiots for being offended. You'll never get anywhere. Can't make money doing that. There's no money in apology. Hey, you don't make money in apologizing. You make money in keeping your mouth shut. That's where you make the money. Keep your fucking mouth shut. Shit. Oh yeah, there was like a shortage, I believe, in what do you call it? Those black notebooks that composites, if I remember correctly. Cause I had to buy them for my. Fuck, I'm dead. I had to buy them for my son. I was like, where the fuck are they? It's weird. It's weird that they just don't like have you guys like have laptops and do this shit online. Yeah. Oh, I'm fucking dead. I'm fucking dead. Big time oh yeah, they're doing a recast, right? They're doing it with the new body. I might get it. I saw an armor Spider-Man that looked cool. I'd probably get that one. Yeah, I'd probably get that one. I also saw, what else did I see? Yeah. Oh yeah. I saw one thing I saw I liked. They had this like fucking giant She-Hulk. I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, they made her like dummy thick. They made She-Hulk dummy thick. I was like, oh yeah, I'll get that one. Fuck, they finally made like a thick female. I know they've been like hiding. They've been trying to hide like female bodies in the Marvel Legends line. If you look at them, they're all like fully clothed, small tits, small ass. But they showed She-Hulk like she's busting out of all of her clothes, all fucking dummy thick. I'm like, hell yeah. Yeah, I was like, oh, there we go. They fucking got the proportions right. Fucking, they made when they were doing the Captain Marvel, like, they made her look like Justin Bieber.
What's going on? I don't know. Hopefully they'll have some answers at the police station.
Wait, you're a cop?
Yeah, Leon Kennedy. You are?
Yeah.
Claire.
Yo, you know what they're gonna do? I think with Sony and reacquiring Spider-Man, I think they're gonna do the whole Spider-Man and Venom storylines from the comics. Those are my. I know a lot of people say like a lot of older guys. They'll say like they like the Sinister Six. But I'm like, hell no. I like the Spider-Man, Venom, and Carnage. Those were the I grew up with. Oh, Inglewatt said, "What's up, Pony?"
They already announced Carnage, and I know that's Sony's like already wanting Venom in the MCU.
Nah, dude. I think the MCU is, dude, it's done. It's all fucking. I think the MCU would have been cooler if they just left everyone dead from Thanos' snap and just like continued the storyline and just make it like, oh, they kill Thanos like in the least cinematic way possible. Just like, oh, just executed it. And go.
Got this party private.
You gotta echo. You gotta echo. Eagle Watts is in surround sound. So it's good, Angle. How's the family?
Hello?
Hey, what's up? How's the family?
Everyone's good. Yeah.
Oh, what's up? Nothing new with them? No babies on the way yet?
No.
Aww. Thought you gonna join the club. Be miserable like me. You get to be miserable like me. Have a bunch of kids bothering you all the time.
Hey! Claire?
Leon! I'll be right
It doesn't suck. I mean, you have to if you want someone there to take care of you when you get older.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the kids.
You have to like.
You have to have children
Leon.
for someone to take care of
We
you.
really gotta stop
You have to
being like
spread out. You have to spread out your seed.
this. Yeah. Fine.
So your seed can be spread it out all over the world.
Not all over the world. You want to be able to take care. You want to be able to raise them. You don't want no freaks
Well, yeah.
getting a hold of your seed.
Wherever you lay your hat is your home.
Oh, yeah.
I did actually.
It was the 3rd of September. The day I'll always remember. Yes, I would.
Leon.
The day at
Oh, so Ingo, you're excited about the Joker? You excited about the Joker movie?
Don't worry about me.
oh hell yeah, man. That's just really good.
That shit looks good.
Oh, Leon, seriously, they're getting through the fence. Please just go.
Hey, you know the new Batman. You know what story they need to do? The story that they haven't done when Batman came back, like literally came back.
Dark Knight Returns.
Well, like that, but new guy and the new Joker. But
They did the Dark Knight Returns already. That was whatchamacallit.
Yeah, they did it with. But I'm saying like he already comes back. He doesn't like we already know the story. Like okay, basically how the TV show was based it off that him coming back, and then the bat.
There was a lot of TV shows. I don't know which one. You mean Batman Beyond?
The
Batman Beyond? He's a kid then.
No, he's a teenager. He's a teenager adult, and it's been 10 years since then. And the new guy, playing him, the dude from Twilight, he's young.
Nah, he's not that young, dude. He's like 30 something.
Yeah. Excuse me, that's the youngest Batman probably ever.
Hell, he's like mid 30s. He's older than I think we are. He's like mid 30s.
He's that old.
Yeah, he's old, dude. Check him. He's old. Okay.
What? I thought you had your own PS4, Tony.
I know we should.
Oh man.
It's 11? Oh, shit. Yeah, Robert Pattinson. He's an adult.
What story you think they should do?
I think Batman as a story franchise is like the character himself is like the least entertaining part of his own comic. I think like a lot of the
Yeah, because there's been so, like there haven't even been that many Superman.
But even then, it's like the more interesting stuff comes with like the Dark Knight Rises came with the Joker. Everyone likes the Joker more than they like Batman, apparently. So I think doing movies like Suicide Squad and the Joker films, that would be the smartest bet for DC. If they make another Batman film, you're just gonna have the same thing happen with what happened to what's his name? Fucking what's that guy's name? The new Batman, the Batman who played in the what's his name? No, not Christian Bale. Well, Christian Bale sucks. No, the fucking Good Will Hunting.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, and I didn't even like Christian Bale Batman. The voice he made, that bullshit voice. Dude, he was a clown, dude. It was nothing about that performance was good. Yeah, nothing.
Like, how did he do that?
It wasn't a good performance, and it wasn't the high part of the. truthfully, it wasn't like the high part of the film because not only was he bad with the voice, but like when he fought, it looked very like wooden and stiff and like weird. That's why they had to do all those weird cuts whenever Batman fought because it fucking looked weird. It looked like you could just grab him by the cape and throw him down. You just choke him to death with his own cape. Looked off. Dude, like that. Like I remember they had like a something they let slip where it was like just one of the guys with a gun just like falls down without being touched. Like in one of the fight scenes, like Batman's not even there, and the guy just like falls over like ah. Dude, those fucking it was whatchamacallit. It was Heath Ledger's performance which carried that whole trilogy.
Alright, yeah, close.
Like I have the I'm sorry, but I think with like I lost the you know what I mean, like when you're a kid and everything looks cool and wondrous with you, like you can just be like everything looks so cool. Like I don't have that. Like nah, I see bullshit immediately. I'm like nah, that's bullshit. What are you trying to sell me to?
You guys watch the Batman Hush yet?
No. Was that DC Direct? I read the comic. And you know, even in the DC Hush comic, Joker still carried that storyline. Even in the fucking comic book, Joker's still carrying fucking the Batman franchise. Like, they can't do... Every good Batman story involves the Joker in one way, shape, or form.
Arch enemy.
That keeps scaring me is that how instead of having
Yeah.
like Joker Robin, I think it scares me. Like
Oh, yeah.
imagine just in the alleyway and he just like lets those things go, and then you just see like
And they're like kind of cannibals. They're kind of cannibals too.
exactly like you just see two on the roof chasing after you, then two you know like in the dog first,
And fucking the Birds of Prey. Did you see like the shit for Birds of Prey? That's gonna
I've seen a little bit.
That's gonna be such a bomb because it looks like a fucking runway show. It's just like a bunch of women.
Rated R.
I know, but did you see it? Like, did you really look at what was going on in that film?
Well, I didn't really see it. I saw it on YouTube. Somebody was
Dude, look up a
showing it.
trailer for it. It's literally fucking
Yeah,
just a
I'll see it
bunch
on
of.
Tuesday.
It's just like a bunch of people, like standing around in costume. Looks like a cosplay, like a Comic Con or something. They're just like standing around
Go see
looking.
it. Yeah, they have it on there.
Oh, it's not going to be as good because it's with the adults, and it's hard to do like a scary clown chasing adult storyline because no one cares. Yeah, because that's what happened with the old one. No one really cared when it was like they were adults being chased by it the clown. And they're just like, you guys are fucking adults.
They had dumb scare. The old one, the French cookie coming alive and shit.
Yeah. It makes more sense if he's chasing kids. It like mentally, like you got to do mental gymnastics as to why adults would be scared of something so ludicrous as a man in a clown suit. Yeah, he said he had to go. He said it was late for him. He said, "You're done, son. You're done.
You said you're done, son.
You're done, son." He might have timed out or something. I don't know. Alrighty, man. It's good talking to you. How's the story? You still working on the book?
Honestly, I gave it up, but it's just something I like, having in my mind.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Work on some drawings to go with it, man. You know, there's a visual medium now in storytelling, and you can.
Like, for the whole aspect of how I would do it was, so my original idea was like, for the pages, it would be like those mannequins that
still have an idea for a cool story, but it has some military stuff. There's some guns in there, but mostly it involves like the nature of violence. And it's not the movie. I know there's a movie by that name, but just how violence, like pretty much the main part of it is about how human nature includes violent acts for anything to be done. You know what I mean? So like I was gonna start it off be like a guy in like death row. like guys in death row. Fucking having to deal with like a violent system, and then like almost like Suicide Squad, like one of them having, you know, being drafted to do like, you know, assassinations. I was like the way I was gonna go with the storyline is have it I was gonna make the character first, right, and what the character represented. Like I'll start there. Like what the character represents is like animalistic part of human nature that deals with violence. That's who the character is. He's in death row. The government wants to put him out, wants to use him as assassinations and set him up to be almost like a terrorist, like a Bin Laden type. You know what I mean? And then the reason they're doing that is so they could, if he goes too far, they could just say, oh no, he's just like he's a terrorist. That's why he's doing this. Like almost like El Chapo. You know what I mean? Like how El Chapo escaped, and then they're able to blame him for like the drug epidemic. It'd be something like that. Except it's them that let him go. You know what I mean? They let him go, recognizing that you know they could easily paint him as being the bad guy. So the character just what first you do what the character represents. The character represents animalistic violence personified.
Son of a bitch.
And they're using him, to paint a picture of terrorisms. So they're using him as an assassination. They're using him as like an assassination tool. And then, you know, if he ever gets caught or found out, they're just going to say, "Oh, he's working on his own. He's an assassin. He's a violent criminal. There's no method to the madness. Forget what you've seen." You know what I mean? Like what would you say your main character represents? Because you can do like, you can put him in any kind of storyline you want. You could just like, you know, it's kind of like when they make a show. When you make a show, you kind of make characters first, and then you have people write in stuff for them to do later on. You know what I mean? So first, like, make the character and like tell me what the character represents in your eyes. Well, if he's a pawn, you know, people are gonna have trouble. Hey, what's up, Vanessa? If he's just a pawn, it's gonna be hard for people to not associate, but relate to that. Like, you see how I said my character is just pure animalistic violence in human form. That's what he represents. That's what his nature is going to be. From there, I could put him in any kind of storyline I want. I set up the groundwork by just saying what he is. If he's just a pawn, like, do you feel like a pawn? What does a pawn feel like? I know what animalistic violence and rage feels like, but I don't know what a pawn should feel like. You know what I mean? What is it? Does a pawn have feelings?
I mean, I guess they'll change them. Like, they get rule in the world, you know?
Not role. Like, he's a human being, right?
Yeah.
As a human being, what kind of person is he? Does he have, you know, when you look at him, usually you look at people, you can tell what kind of, yeah, what's his, not just his feelings, but who is he? Who is this man?
Yeah, his belief.
Who is this? He's a working man. He works. What does he work for? He's got a family?
No, it's gonna say like he's like a construction man, everyday man, you know, sleep, hard hat, you know.
So no family, no one he could talk to, just works. Does he go to the bar? Does he go to the bar with these friends after work?
Yeah.
What does he drink?
Just beer.
Just straight beer, just plain beer. Do his friends like him? How do the friends talk to him?
He doesn't know which kind of beer it is. He just knows it's beer.
Yeah.
Well, what do his friends think of him?
I mean, if they see him as a hardworking man, I'm just saying like he's.
Do they respect him?
You know?
Do they respect him?
Yeah, they respect him again.
Do they have a little inside joke they kind of make fun of him over?
I guess I'll just say like he's always trying to work overtime, so you know.
Okay, so he likes his job. That's his thing. Is he loves the in and outs of construction. He likes to make with his hands. There you go. There's your character. A working man who likes to lose himself in construction. He's good with his hands. He's resourceful.
Who likes to lose himself in his hands.
Yeah, lose himself in his work, I meant to say. Lose himself in his work, I meant to say.
Have you
Who's up
seen
with
the
this?
8 Mile movie? 8 Mile. Yeah.
I heard of it, but I didn't watch it.
Well, watch it. This time you get a chance to.
Dude, it's about Eminem. It sucks. Fucking hate Eminem.
No.
Fucking hate Eminem.
You yeah, from what Steve's talking about.
About character development, dude. You can watch.
Yeah.
If you want to learn about character development, watch like a Scorsese film. Don't watch 8 Mile. Watch anything Scorsese made. He's a very character-driven writer and director. Like watch Taxi Driver. Yeah, watch Taxi Driver. You want to like a deep dive into like character development? Watch Scorsese's Taxi Driver. With who else is, I forget the name. It's fucking not Pacino. No, the main actor, Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro as like a young guy. Dude, that's such like a deep dive into character studies. Fuck, dude.
I mean, like, again, it's like, I mean, guys, I don't, is this, kind of off topic? Like, I wanted to talk about, like, other characters, like,
Yeah. So,
like a scientist.
so first, before you say he's a scientist, okay, you gave me a job, but people are more than jobs, right?
Yeah. He's basically the guy who kind of invented the whole, started the whole epidemic, you know?
The zombie epidemic. So why was he working on that?
Well, apparently the government said that, hey, listen,
He.
we're going to be making a gas that, you know, that's going to benefit.
But wait a second. He didn't just do it because the government told him to do it, right? Like there was a reason he made it, right?
Yeah, that's it. And that apparently benefits
maybe the reason maybe the reason he worked on it was like, you know, he has an ill family member and he thought this kind of research would help in curing their illness. Yeah.
Everyone's being told what
Hello?
they're doing. That's why I said, like,
Is anybody here?
Yeah.
like it's like how the whole construction guy is when he, you know, he's the main guy who's getting the stuff to, undo the whole illness, and he's just like the muscle basically, he's not the scientist, but he's getting the guy gets sent the stuff, he makes it, he's good.
Like do you know what originally worked for me with a lot of the zombie survival stuff? Why I think Walking Dead originally worked? Because in the original Walking Dead, it was about a man trying to find his family after this epidemic happened. And I think a lot of people related to that. You know what I mean? Like there has to be a reason to risk your life. You know what I mean? To try to help someone or to do anything. There has to be a strong reason for humans to want to do that. So if your character was a scientist who made the zombie virus, he just didn't be like, I'm gonna make zombies. Just woke up, today's a good day to make zombies. Maybe it's, he was trying to cure something. He's trying to cure something, and maybe the reason your man who's good construction worker, resourceful guy, the reason he's alive is because he's resourceful. And maybe you already said he was alone, so personally I would be like, why would he want to go out and go search for people or help people if he's already alone? He's used to it.
It's in his town, and when it happens,
he loves his town. Is he a good? So he lost friends and he wants to save his town. I can get behind that. So that kind of makes sense. But remember, it's not just making a story. First, you have to make the characters, because that's what people are going to. That's the first thing people notice in a story. Is who are these? Why should I care what happens to these people? You have to be like, oh.
People? How did they die?
I mean, again, like how you talk about how back the zombie story was like, again, they're dying because the gas goes into them, it's airborne, and the main character who does survive, the scientist, like, gas mask on. So
I love this.
And then, like this legit punches him, and it pushes him off, makes it, and then, he starts like looking at these people like, yo, are you okay? Are you okay? And starts getting them up, and then they start twitching, and they start speaking.
See, I see what it is. You're starting from the back and working your way to the front. Like you're starting with this scene and explaining this scene without having the characters fully fleshed out yet. You know what I mean?
I love these conversations. It's always like it's like Pony Boy is like stolen something and he's like in the interrogation room, he's trying to tell everybody what happened.
I don't want to put him on the spot, but like it's, you see what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, you see, what happened was I was hungry and the cookie was there.
I only ate a little bit. And then it was tempting. Like I saw the face of my enemies, like.
Yeah. it's like he gave you no name of anyone. I just want a name. I just want a name and a description. Can I just get a name and a description? That's all I want.
Who is your daddy? What did he do?
Yeah, who is this man you're speaking of? Yeah. Oh, how about this? Here's another way. Here we okay, we'll start off. What's your character's name? Full name. What was it?
Wait a minute. Is he black?
Bill Johnson?
Is he black?
Bill Johnson. He's a strong black man. All right. What's his?
From the south. Like the
Where
south,
his?
like
How is his?
Louisiana,
Yeah.
Florida, you know, the south.
Where's he from on the map? Jersey. All right.
Jersey.
How is his relationships with his parents?
He's gonna be an asshole.
They're sick. Okay. And so he loves his parents and he takes care of them.
Uh-oh. Only
All
that
right.
story's already been created.
All right, but he tries to I don't know, use his money he gets from work to pay for their treatments somehow. Okay. He that's one of the reasons he works, is to, you know, help support his ailing parents because he loves them so much. Maybe he's a bit of a mama's boy.
Forrest Gump. Needs zombies.
Yeah, he wants to help.
I'm not gonna make him a rich man again. He's just he's in his class. Everybody, like, you know, like, I don't want to make.
You don't gotta make him a ship and boat captain.
Yeah, I mean, all right. So he.
Like, stand out to every, you know.
All right, yeah, but like that stuff is important. You know what I mean? And the art of storytelling, like there has to be a person for the reader to relate with. They just can't be like They can't just be like names on paper. You need to, you know, a lot of stories you read, you can picture the guy in your head that they're talking about. You're like, oh yeah, okay, I can give a nice character description, what they look like, how tall they are, you know, their complexion, their what they're into, what kind of stuff, the way they talk. Even you see that with a lot of authors when they write dialogue. Everyone speaks their own way. Everyone speaks their own dialect, and it's like you can hear their voice and picture them while you're reading the story. That's important. Yeah, but what else were you saying, Pony?
Like, I'm just saying, it's kind of skipping ahead. Like, I go to the scene where, you know, how the zombies are.
Alright, so instead of explaining the zombies, explain the nature of the disease that leads to them becoming zombies. Like no, how does it make them zombies?
It's airborne, they're inhaling it, which that's why I said, like, this comes in. Okay, that's what's going on. But again, it's airborne, it goes in, and I kind of want to make it like where, like, clean their food, not food out a lot. That's why I like the building stuff. Like, you know, even some food, like, outside, like, say, plants get around.
Have you ever did research on the way viruses act and the way bacteria functions?
So they usually
Huh?
human contact.
Bacteria, well, it depends what kind of bacteria you're talking about. There's, you know, contact, where it's like if you touch something, you get a disease from it. There's the airborne type of bacteria. There's like what you're saying, it sounds like it was bacteria that.
You know what you need to do, Tony? It needs to be like there was a factory next door, and it like pesticides, and then it was like getting people sick, like the hot sauce that's going on right now. So it's I think it was Chatula.
Yeah.
The factory, it was like poisoning people. People were getting sick.
Yeah.
So something like that, like say he worked there and he was part of it, and then he found out that he was killing people.
Something tells
And
me
he tried
he's
his
not
best to help people.
And some. Yeah. And sometimes it's good to like what you're saying so far sounds good, where you split up characters and to tell a singular story, like tell it through different characters' perspective. So you have a scientist, who's in on it, and you have a construction worker who is trying to survive the apocalypse, pretty much. Yeah, trying to survive the incident. So you have someone who created the incident, someone trying to survive the incident, and you also should put a third character in there just to kill them off. Wait a second. Put a third character in there just to kill them off, to show how serious the situation is. You know what I mean?
It needs to be a female.
Yeah. Do a character you think will live. Maybe do like a soldier where you think, like, you know, they're gonna survive. Like, you know, it's a tough guy, but just have him killed off. You know what I mean? Just to show the. Yeah.
And then they were catching feelings.
Yeah, and kill him off.
And then the soldier died.
Yeah.
Soldier died, and then.
How I wanted to dress up as that good, like the military comes in, like, you know, clean it up, you know, like, because they want to get the cure themselves, too, because, again, they cage for reasons.
Now, you see, if you were really ambitious, me personally, I would do that storyline, but I'd make one of them a bastard. I'd make one of them really bad.
The soldier is a bad guy, I'm saying he's a bad guy.
I'd make one of them a straight.
Hold on. What do you mean by bastard? You mean like without being married? Married?
No, I mean like you make one of them a bad guy. No, make one of them a bad guy. Make one of them bad. Yeah.
Well, I thought the scientist. Is bad.
What?
He's gonna have like a special ability or anything. But he's surprised.
I'm gonna do is like again.
I know how you could do it. Hey, Pony, I know how you can do it. His blood, the one who survived, his blood is the cure.
Oh, that's so lazy. That's so lazy.
He doesn't know. He's like when he is.
You might as well say it's all a dream.
Hey, it's coming out of his brain.
And again, like, you know, they see the numbers, and it's just that, you know, like, that panic guy, you know, it's like, like, you know how Mr. X is basically Mr. X zombie, you know, again, that the guy's inside the cage, you know, like, and contact side of this guy, you know, he's like, this is, and then he's like, get the hell out of there right now.
Yeah, I see what it is. You work on this. You make the scenes before you make the characters. Like, I think you should get a silent partner to create characters, and you can create the scenes. You get a silent partner to create the characters.
Or you could do it where the two ways you choose for the actors, you have them create.
No, fucking actors are retarded. Don't let actors do your shit. You'll make everything a tell in the way, man. Okay. He got in trouble. Hey.
I'm good. I just gotta talk to my sister in 5 minutes.
Alright. Yeah.
Dude, with the whole guys, again, they have the cure, and, you know, like, the guy steals it, some soldier guy, he's like, sayonara, you know, and then gets pissed off. So, he's like, don't worry about it, I gave him the fake one, you know, and then, dude, whole show, I've been seeing a lot, and, soldier said,
telling you, man. You're making the scenes. I don't even care what's going on. I don't know who any of these people are. You just saying a scientist guy. You know, what's the scientist guy's name? Why should I? You know what I mean? You gotta start with the character first. Character development. He said a scientist guy. What's the soldier guy's name, dude? You know what? Draw them out, dude. Picture them in your head. Draw them out. Then create a backstory. Like, dude, the scenes, the shit that happens to them is the least important part of them. I'm telling you, the most important part is that you have to make them real. You have to make them people. Yeah. Okay, I understand. Good night. Good talking to you. Oh yeah, I try. Yeah, I try to get on when I can.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, okay, cause dude, the scenes are the least, dude, when you hear these people talk about their favorite storyline, I bet you their favorite stories, I bet the first thing they mention is the characters. You know what I mean? That's the first thing they mention. That's the thing that sticks out with them. They talk about these characters like they're real people, because that is the craftsmanship that goes into storytelling. Is making them feel like real people and not just names, blank name. You know what I mean?
Like characters you can't relate with.
It's not just relate. Like, even if it is like a bad guy, or you know, a bastard, or some crazy super soldier, is that they don't tell you, oh yeah, my favorite part of the Avenger is the super soldier. My favorite part of the Avengers is the hammer lightning god. They give you a name. They give you a characteristic. They can draw this person out for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where I believe you should start. Is make a name, think of a history, draw the character out. See, when the story I'm talking about, all right, so my story is about, it's gonna be a military story where they're like almost like Suicide Squad, but the way it's gonna be different is it's gonna be focusing on an individual being put on a military special ops force, and the special ops force is mainly comprised of soldiers and expendable human beings, expendable people. He's one of the expendable people.
Wait,
and
you need gifts?
yeah, he's an expendable person, so he's just one of the people they use. And the way his embodiment is, he is a violent criminal. He is animalistic violence personified. He doesn't give a real name. He didn't grow up with a family. Grew up on the street. Calls himself. Yeah, he calls it. What's the thing? 187. Was it 187? Ingo Watts, the code for murder.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his name. That's what he named himself, as 187. Rolled with a gang, named himself 187, has no family, has no one to call home to. And what ends up happening throughout this storyline is that he meets people he cares about while he's, you know, on his missions. And it kind of makes him analyze, was violence really was the violence that made him happy? Was it made him happy because he didn't know any better? He didn't, you know, have anything to base it off of. I'm the party owner. Oh yeah, he bounced. But you know what I'm talking about, Engel?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't. Oh yeah. Alrighty, man. No problem. Peace.
Alright, Tony.
Yeah. But yeah, like I was saying, it would just be like he rethinks his violent tendencies through the storyline.
So, does he kill?
he kills a lot, but like the storyline is the way the story unfolds with 187 is that he starts to be like, man, there's something out there besides, you know, violence and war. That, you know, there are other things. Like, he becomes more human as the story goes on, and he drops a lot of his violent tendencies and becomes a better person.
So he starts off with already evil.
Yeah, straight evil. He's he's on death row inmate.
Oh, so like okay. Now,
Yeah, he was.
He's having like he got early parole. Like he got parole.
not parole. Like that. He's dead. Like I wanted to start with him in the system. I wanted to start him.
How did he get out?
The like I said, it was the what you call it? It's special ops. No, special ops. They recruited him, so
Yeah,
they can. They recruited him so he could be an expendable type soldier out there. If the mission goes wrong, they're just gonna set him up, blame him for it, and kill him. So he's just there. He's a fall guy, so if the mission messes up, they're just gonna be like, oh, it's this guy's fault. You know, he's a terrorist who escaped. You know what happened with El Chapo? Remember El Chapo? He was selling drugs and he escaped from maximum security prison, and then they rearrested him. Like, they'll say that about him, like he escaped from death row, have him do all these clandestine, you know, special ops missions, and then if any of the missions fail or go wrong, they're just gonna blame him for it and kill him on the spot.
And there's a group of them?
No, I would say he was the only guy. The rest are like military personnel. Yeah, they're keeping an eye, and if he fucks up, they're just gonna kill him. But I want it to be like an everyman story, in that he slowly, you know, starts to be like, man, I don't. He sees the world, you know. He usually is from where he's from. He's from his, you know, his neighborhood. Never really left. He was a homeless guy in the city. Never left the city. Then, you know, he's traveling around the world, meeting people, learning things. And he realized, like, he wasn't born as a violent person, but it was just like, you know, the world turned him into that, this, you know,
society.
Yeah, this violent killer at an early age. Because, you know, there was nothing, because you know how some of these neighborhoods are, man. Especially in America. Like, they always say America is, you know, the richest country in the world, but shit, go to some of these hoods. See how people are living, man. It's a fucking third world country in some of these places. It gets crazy. Shit can go wrong. Shit can go bad.
Just because you don't be hearing freaking people kidnapped over here.
Yeah. Shit, you fucking you hear. I hear about it over there in Detroit. I hear some horror stories in Detroit. Yeah, I hear some straight up horror stories come out of Detroit. People just go missing. Who knows what the fuck happened? So, man. Other than that, what's new with you, Engel? How's the YouTube career going for you?
So far, so good, you know. I gotta post some more videos. This week I'm gonna go watch the It movie.
Man, you need to, man. If you ever make it down to Florida, man, you should see some of the shit over here in Florida. I was thinking about getting a canoe and going seeing the alligators going down the rivers here.
What? Alligators?
Hell yeah, man. It's fucking, you see some crazy shit. This is it's a pretty area too.
How's everything? Let me ask you, the area you live, or Florida, or Jersey?
I live in Florida.
Yeah. What's going on, man? Like, you
No, nothing's going on in Florida. Florida ain't shit, dude. Nothing happened in Florida.
So, whatever, Gaia, whatever her name is.
Yeah. It didn't make land. It should have, but it didn't. Fucking, I heard some crazy shit about that when it hit the Bermuda, when it hit the Bahamas. Like, I heard this very suspicious thing where this guy's wife died and he, like, supposedly Was right there while she died in the house, and then after she was dead, he like left. Bahamas fisherman watch his wife die. I'm like, man, you killed that bitch. You're gonna tell me you gonna sit there, watch her die, watch her drown in a living room, and fucking not be able to do anything.
That's the one thing. Any kind of like it happened in New Orleans with Katrina. There's like so many inmates, and they can never be found.
Yeah, they're fucking over there in Cuba probably.
Well, they're somewhere.
They made it to Mexico. Didn't Katrina hit Mexico too? I know it hit Texas.
Yeah, a little bit of Texas, but not like it did Louisiana.
Yeah, Louisiana. Well, they said it wasn't it wasn't the hurricane that hit them so hard. It was that a levee broke.
Oh man, I think it was something else because that was too much water.
Yeah, they said it was
it's like
Bush is doing.
They never talked about was Alabama. They never talked, and Alabama was right there.
Yeah, Alabama was hit. Texas was hit. Nowhere, everyone was hit. But they said what happened with Louisiana was a levee broke, and that's what really caused the damage. Yeah, that's what. You gotta remember, like when it comes to crises, like the only people who fail to gain anything from a crisis are the people selling you the goods to get through it. You know what I mean? The people selling you shit, they're the ones who have like the most to gain from letting a crisis get out of hand.
Got all the water in your front, the first aid kits right when you walk in.
Yeah. And they also have the I know they got in trouble here in Florida. They were price gouging. You know what that is?
What is that?
When they hyperinflate necessities, like they'll charge like $4 for a gallon of gas, or they'll charge like $12 for a case of water. Like they make everything super expensive, like shit you would need. Yeah, so they price gouged it here in Florida, even though like we didn't get hit. It was still price gouging, and you know that's against the law.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Bring it up because you might get the flood.
Yeah. Well, you know they did that shit with the Popeye's chicken, the chicken sandwiches. They were charging $20. They were charging $20 for a chicken sandwich.
Where?
Fucking online. People would buy the chicken sandwich and resell it for like $20 to these idiots. Dude, yeah. I think that shit was a setup, man. I think that was like a psyop.
Man, what it is? No, you want to know what it is?
What is it?
It's social media. Social media just made it real popular.
Yeah, but it's like it seems like the companies got together to hype it up.
Well, yeah, because
get that money.
There's so much promotion, and every time you see it, you're gonna be like, yeah, I feel like I want a chicken sandwich. It's a big piece of chicken too.
Yeah, dude, but you can make your own. The messed up thing is like you could just make your own chicken sandwich and it probably tastes better.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I never really got it with
$5 chicken sandwich.
Dude, you could make that. You could buy fucking a thing of chicken for $5 and just cook it yourself. Cook it, bread it, spice it yourself. You know, have what you call it, make it. Have your grandma, your mother make it, or your wife make it. Probably tastes better. Probably tastes better. Be healthier for you. Cause fucking, you don't know what these people are giving you. You don't know what these people are giving you. What kind of fucked up chicken they're giving you, full of hormones and steroids and antibiotics and fucking why you feel unhealthy.
And we're all humans, because I know some of that chicken has to fall on the floor.
You know, and you know who Dr. Sebi is, right? I talked to you about him before. And he used to talk about a lot of diseases. Yeah, a lot of diseases people have. They get it from contaminants that are in their blood that affect their mucous membrane. Like when you're eating stuff, you're eating like a lot of unhealthy shit. It settles in your body and leads to, it leads to diseases later on. It weakens everything in your body. You wonder why you feel sick. You're falling for the chicken sandwich trick. If they want to kill black people, if you want to kill black people, you don't shoot them. You don't round them all up and shoot them. You know how you kill black people? Hold on. Yep. You put it between two buns and call it a chicken sandwich. You want to get rid of black people. That's how you do it. That's how you fucking do it. They'll kill themselves.
Well, you need to be a comedian.
That's shit. I wish it was funny. I ain't even laughing. That's how the fuck you do it.
But it's real talk. Come on, that is funny.
It's fun. That's how you kill black people, man. You fucking put it between two buns and call it a chicken sandwich.
You don't send them niggas out to war. You don't send them niggas out to war.
Hell no.
Some of them niggas are gonna survive.
And they'll kill each other.
You feed them.
You put it between two buns, call it a chicken sandwich.
And food coloring.
And they'll fucking pay to die. They'll pay to eat it and die. They'll pay $20 to eat the chicken sandwich.
They one, they're gonna want two, and after two, they're gonna want four, and 4, 8, and then every day they're gonna be there.
And then you didn't see the people fighting over the chicken sandwiches? Yeah. Like I feel sorry for those women. I feel sorry for those women working there. Huh?
I've gone like if you've seen it, the lines are long, like Chick-fil-A, lines long, out the door, and then it actually said sign, sorry, radical sandwiches, like dude.
People wanting to fight each other over a damn piece of nasty, mutated chicken sandwich, some shit. Oh, it's fucking gross when you think about it. It's fucking some fucking carcass. Fucking thing that lived in a cage for a couple years, festered with a bunch of boils and warts, then was just killed. Fucking, you make your own chicken, dude. Make your own chicken. Go somewhere where they have natural chicken, no hormones, steroid free. Make your own damn chicken. Get it fresh. You know that shit. I know you over there in the West Coast. I know you have them Mexicans with the they have the chicken cages in their backyard. You can have a fresh chicken. You can have they got the chickens right in the backyard. Have a fresh chicken served to you.
Go catch yourself some chicken.
Yeah, man. I never understood that shit. I never understood the Popeye, man. Fuck all of that bullshit, man. I like to cook. I'll make my own. Hate fast food. Never understood it. And that's because, like, my family, I come from a lot of immigrants. So they came here with their own fucking recipes for shit. And they didn't like what they... Huh?
You're half Haitian, aren't you?
Yeah. But, like, we had Haitian and German. And, like, the Germans, like, fucking... A lot of ground beef and, like, produce. You know what I mean? Like, good shit. Good healthy shit. That's why you see them Chinese live long too. They eat their own fucking recipes, man. They make their own stuff. I'm not sitting here eating no damn Whopper. Fucking Whopper, fucking pork sandwiches in the morning. Greasy ass pork sandwich in the morning. Fucking your body's about to shut down when you eat it. You ever eat that? You ever eat those fucking nasty sandwiches in the morning, then you feel like going back to sleep? Like, dude, that's bad. That's a bad sign. That's a bad sign. That means something wrong happened. You're like, your body's like, nah, dude, what are you putting in here?
What is this?
That's not how you should feel. Oh, you know what's the worst? Then, like when I was young. This is going a while ways back. Like, people used to get small cups of coffee, like straight black coffee, like a small cup. That's what people used to do. Nowadays, you go there to get these, like, giant fucking cups. of like a milkshake coffee. You know what I'm talking about? Let's just look at a giant milkshake. Just all sugar and whipped cream and shit thrown in there. And it's like, it's just that much sugar, that much processed sugar. And they'll drink the whole fucking cup. The whole fucking, like, you see these cups that are huge. You're like, dude, no, you're not supposed to ingest that much sugar in one day. That's why fucking you go around feeling like shit. You get the diabetes or whatever. Drinking that much sugar like that. One sitting. Early in the morning. Dude, no. Shit is unhealthy.
Cooking easy.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember what I'm talking about. Like, you see that with tea, too. Like, you get a small cup of tea or you get a small cup of coffee early in the morning and you're good for a while. You get your little caffeine fix. Fucking, these fucking things are like 2 liters of milkshake early in the morning. Dude, what the fuck are you doing? Caffeine milkshake early in the morning. Nah, dude.
It's capitalism.
Yeah, I guess you can't blame it. You want people to kill themselves. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. You either put it between 2 buns, or you put it in a giant cup and call it a grande. And
Or if you want to call it population, just introduce religion.
Oh yeah, and they somehow trick people into wanting to do that shit too. That's the thing. It is the new trendy thing. This is the new trendy thing. That's why you go into a rich neighborhood, you don't see no fucking Popeyes in the rich neighborhoods. There's no Popeyes chicken in the rich places.
You're not wrong.
Keep that shit in the ghetto. Let everyone kill themselves.
The time that I went to McDonald's, I
oh my gosh.
started getting the sniffles. As soon as I put the burger in my mouth. You know, like,
yeah.
Yeah, you know, like I felt like I was getting a cold immediately. So.
Oh my god! It probably like it's like slows. It has to slow your metabolism. It has to be introducing like a bunch of weird shit because it's like all they put things into it. They did this thing before where they sat one of those McDonald's burgers out, you know, just to see how it looks like when it gets rotted. This shit never got rotten. This shit just sat there forever, like fucking years without going rotten. To meet, there's so many preservatives in there. Like your body ain't made. Yeah, chemical burger. Fucking, it's a pink sludge burger. The meat that they use for it, it's look, I don't know if you ever saw it, but it's a pink sludge.
Yeah, I heard they even crushing that into those patties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. I you know what I started eating now? Quinoa. You ever heard of that?
Oh, that's like that yoga stuff. Are you a yogis team?
No, quinoa is like a seed that you can use to replace most grains in your diet. Like if you like rice or noodles, you use quinoa and you could flavor it up really well. And you know, it's very susceptible to flavors.
It's like tofu.
No, it's just like it's a straight grain that contains, it's like flaxseed. It's seeds.
Ah, cool, yeah.
But you have to boil it longer than you usually would noodles or rice. That's the one thing. Is you have to boil it longer and at a higher temperature for it to become soft. But it's great. Like I'll talk about that, man. And it's very filling. It's very filling. You don't have to make a lot of it. You can make it with, you know, some sauce and meatballs. You can make it, you know, with a gravy. You could do anything. Very pliable substance. But it's just seeds. It's not soy. You know, you're not raising your estrogen while eating it.
Yeah.
It's seeds. It's like sunflower seeds. It doesn't look like, it's very, very small granules. Very filling. Contains a lot of the shit you would need for a growing body.
My older brother. substituting. He started substituting meat for halloumi cheese or something like that.
Mm.
And
Where does it come from?
halloumi cheese.
Yeah.
It's like a Greek recipe or something, but it's supposed to. It's supposed to.
I mean, what
taste like a
animal?
meat meal.
Like, what animal does the cheese come?
Oh, well, if it's the Greeks, it's probably the goat. I'd say it's probably goat's cheese.
Oh yeah,
It's very rich.
goat's the best. I hear a
Last
lot
time
of.
I ate goat's cheese.
Oh yeah. What happened when you ate the goat's cheese? I want to hear this.
Yeah. I got digestive problems.
Oh, we're probably. You might be. Are you lactose intolerant?
No. It's very, very rich. Like, I had a lot of it that day.
Okay.
It's very rich. It sort of sits in the stomach. If you're not
Yeah, it does.
That thing in the bathroom that you sit on? Yeah, the toilet. Nah, that's called the abysmal. That's my feet.
Oh
Yeah.
man, God
I
forbid.
love your new nickname.
That's the abyss. That's my feet.
But yeah, I mean, like I try, like my wife bought this fucking pumpkin spice concoction. It was a giant milkshake, early in the morning with caffeine in it, and pumpkin spice, and it was white, but it was supposed to, but they called it coffee. And I tried to sip, dude. It kept me up all night with these nasty dairy burps. Nasty burps, dude.
Yeah, something disagreed with you right there.
Yeah, it was just like, it was so much dairy, and it was just like, there was like, I probably drunk 15% of it, because I just wanted to try, and I was like, oh, it's very sweet, tastes good. I see why you like it. Dude, I never again can I touch that shit. I will never touch nothing. Like, dude, right there, I was like,
What happened?
it just kept me up all night with burps. It was like, it was those milkshakes. Giant fucking milkshake she drinks early in the morning. I'm like, nah. I started getting a lot of wraps. You know you know how the Greeks do the wraps. Instead of eating like sandwiches with bread, I do a lot of wraps now. It's more like a gyro, because a burrito is like corn, right? Yeah. Yeah, I don't do the corn.
Yeah, that's good.
Those are good. But but then again, it's like I don't eat a lot of Mexican food.
Yeah, I love Mexican food.
It's always like the same thing. They just change the recipe a little bit.
Hole in the wall. My hole in the wall.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like
Yeah, it's funny. Kind of smell like babies. I mean, I don't know if you've experienced that.
What yeah.
You said tortillas?
Yeah, the tortilla wraps, you know, just like on
It's because it's corn. I think it's because it's corn.
Some tortillas gonna be like, newborn baby.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to the grocery store. I'm gonna post it on my YouTube. I'm like, newborn baby. And no one's gonna get it. Only this one.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
man. That Mexican culture is weird, you know. Like, we're into sacrificing babies back in the day, so you never.
Oh
know.
my god, they still have that whole thing set up over there. I don't know if you ever seen it. They still have that whole, like, every day, not every once in a way. I'm not talking about the Day of the Dead. They have like a whole day where it's just like a bunch of Satanists get together and they fucking do like a little Satan parade.
Yeah, the Day of the Dead.
And they fucking wear like dead cats. They wear like dead cats around their neck, strung up like a necklace.
Those people are very comfortable with death. It's kind of admirable.
And then I like the shows they watch, kind of the telenovelas. So I remember someone said that to me once, that's why you should keep Mexicans away, Spanish people away from TVs, because like everything they work on, they turn into a telenovela. They turn into a fucking soap opera. Everything they work on is like becomes a soap opera immediately. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of see that. Ooh. Oh, my baby. Oh, what? But I don't know. When it comes to like the wraps food, I kind of like the way that the Greeks do it better with their wraps. A little bit healthier.
Yeah, the Greeks like the yogurt too. A lot of that.
Yeah. It's a healthier thing. A lot of Mexicans put too much corn and stuff for my liking.
Yeah.
There's way too much corn. I don't like it. Some of it I like, but it's just like everything is like this corn and shit. I'm like, oh man, my cousin married this Mexican woman, and like they just asked her to make rice, and like I was watching her make the rice, and she took this stick of butter, threw it into fucking water, and just dumped a bunch of cans of corn in it. And I'm looking at her, I'm like, oh my fucking god. Dude, that's what the fuck she was, man. I'm watching her make it, and I'm looking, I'm like, no, what are you doing?
I learned a trick where, you know, when you make rice, if it's too mushy, and you're like, fuck, it's mushy, if you have a piece of bread, and you put it on top, and then like, pour a little bit more water in there, it soaks it in.
Yeah.
I've seen it, I was like, that's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, that's neat. But you know what, Engel, man, I'm telling you, switch over to that quinoa. That rice, man, is just when it gets inside your body, it just becomes sugar. The rice just becomes sugar when it's in your body. Yeah, that quinoa. What happened?
Nah, I'm playing football.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, football season, huh?
Sorry. My boy Antonio Brown left the Raiders for the Patriots.
I don't know who these people are, and I'm from here. I don't know any of these people.
No, just football players.
Yeah.
Interception, bitch.
It's always weird how much they know about. Oh shit.
Jesus Christ!
Well, it's the more popular players. They're just known in the news. This year's covered.
Yeah. You know, like the only people I know who know about football are like people with like gambling addictions. Dude, they remember so much of these people. Like, they remember. No, I mean like they know the stats. They know like fucking.
No, I don't know that shit.
They know stats. They know like the last person they slept with. Man, they know the dick size. Fucking like know everything about these.
Yeah, I bet you don't know. I was there when you hit that shit.
Yeah. And I got a man on the inside. AKA.
I know.
AKA him.
I'm the guy that knows.
Fucking hiding in the bushes. They be like, they get angry too with the players when like the player doesn't perform.
Oh yeah.
The way they're like fucking that. I remember that.
They're paying millions. Shit, what do you expect, man?
Fuck,
like
dude.
Antonio Brown, he's gonna get $19 million for 1 year.
Dude, I never understood it. And then you know what? Those same people, because they're all like fucking baby boomers. They'll like talk shit about you for like watching someone play a game, like a video game. They're like, how can you just sit there and watch them? I'm like, nigga, you live your life by watching these motherfuckers throw around a ball on a field. And talk about me playing a game, watching a video game. How's that any different? It's like worse for you because it's just like it's a little dumb game. At least with like a video game, there's like technology involved. Like you're seeing like advancement of you're seeing advancement of a platform happen.
That's one thing I never really pictured that. I really pictured that.
What?
Not really.
Oh yeah.
Because I said that same shit. Like, what the fuck you watching? You watching this guy play a video game? Ain't that shit boring? Like,
but it's like
yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least whenever you're playing Death Stranding, Steve, you can just tell your story about your kid Jacob. Right?
oh my god, and she looks like the fucking girl in there too. The new trap dude, she looks just like that mama person.
Oh yeah.
Brianna. I'll get it to see what it's about, but I don't know. Hideo Kojima got weird. He's watching me. Like, that's exactly how I carry Jacob too, and not a contraption like that, but like in like a little harness on my front.
Hopefully they'll have a beta for it.
No, dude, they're releasing it as he's gonna release it. It's going up to you gotta know how these Japanese are when it comes to these fucking games, dude.
Well, they did.
They're not like us.
One?
The last one, he made a full playable demo that had nothing to do with the main story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Isn't Stranding coming out in like November?
Yeah.
He got no one has learned anything from the trailers.
Is anything going to be multiplayer?
Yeah, the game itself is going to be multiplayer, and it's.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, but it's like I'm wondering if it's going to be localized to because the only thing they showed was a map of America, and you can go anywhere in America. But I'm wondering if it's going to have like if Abyss is playing in Ireland, like it'll show up there. You know what I mean? Like you'll start your game play in Ireland. You'll walk around, you know, your particular region. I think that would be fucking cool. Yeah. That would be cool. It's just like localized to you.
I don't think that would chime with the main story though. I mean, it is set in America.
Yeah. So it probably will start and it'll just be in America, go to different places. But still, I think it's a very, like, if they're using, like, all of it. Well, he's saying you can go anywhere in the world. Because they're saying you can go to the moon and shit.
Yeah, that's very odd. Very odd indeed.
We'll see. I mean, so far, like, I think it's a pretty game. Like, some of the shit looks weird. Like I don't know, dude. That actress and the baby, like, they look like my fucking family. That's kind of unnerving for me. Like, oh shit. She even has like the glasses. That's the creepy part. Like, the same fucking frame. I'm like, what? Then the baby. Oh man. I don't know.
She was the one with the bunchy breasts.
No, she was the one in one of the trailers where it's just a brunette with glasses. Well, I think in the game she's either a redhead or a brunette with glasses.
Right. Yeah, I haven't really been following the.
It's like the newest trailer. They had like the newest trailer, and there's like some woman who's like connected to like one of those phantom babies.
Right.
And she's talking about like she's still producing breast milk for the baby, even though the baby is like a phantom.
What? Your wife still producing?
Yeah, she's still producing breast milk. Breast.
You saving? You saving?
Saving what?
You saving? Stocking up?
On what? I'm not starting. The baby's drinking it. Yeah, the baby drinks it. The baby drinks the breast milk. They're not saving it because he drinks it all. Well, yeah.
How's the family?
It's big. All getting big. Alex is doing good in school. He's talking about like these fucking girls in his class.
Hey, lady.
These girls in his class are taking notice of him. So I'm like, uh-oh.
Tell him to keep working out.
Nah, he don't need. He got him. He got him as is.
Or you got the abs? You got the abs already?
No, he got the face. You know, Alex is a cute kid. The girls love him.
I bet you kept his long hair.
Oh no, I had him cut his hair.
Braided it up, man.
Nah, dude.
Give me like some dreads for a little bit.
Oh my god, white people with dreads look weird.
Your son's not full white.
Dude, he looks white.
He probably, I bet you.
He looks white, dude. That kid looks very white. I'm mixed. And Brianna's full white, so you can imagine how our kids would look. There's supposed to be a scorpion around here.
Still playing Resident Evil?
Yeah.
Ever played 5?
Resident Evil 5? Nah, I only played the good ones.
Well, the only reason why that one's pretty good.
Oh nah, Resident Evil multiplayer sounds like a fucking headache. Unless you're dealing with like fortifying structures. Other than that, it sounds like a headache. You're gonna be fighting each other and zombies.
Trying to survive. You know.
But it's not like real survival where like you would be like PUBG type of thing we're talking about.
Nah, it would be. Did you ever play Army of Two?
Yeah, that's where it kind of loses me.
Well, it'd be Resident Evil, but it'd be like 2 players, like instead of just one. It's the one dude that's on Capcom. Who's always in the games, the fighting games.
Yeah, that's what it kind of dude. A lot of these games sound like shit. Like I liked the original like the shit we were playing because it had a I don't know.
Military.
No, it was military, but it was like there were stakes in there, and like if you die, you're done.
Well, the new Ghost Recon's gonna be pretty bad. It's gonna have Cloak and Dagger in it, and there's 4 different classes.
It's supposed to be. 4 different. It's not what not what I'm used to. Like the only people who seem, the only people who seem to get it right.
I'll do some gameplay on it and see what you think.
Yeah. Oh, you fucking bitch. Oh, you punched me right in my shit.
Yeah, Punisher's in it.
Yeah.
Punisher's in it.
Punisher? Why would he be in it?
Well, he's not the Punisher. That character who plays him.
Huh?
The character who plays the Punisher in the Netflix series.
The actor, you mean?
Yeah.
John Bernthal.
The main bad guy.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about these people.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's
no,
like,
I'm saying,
yeah. I don't care about these people.
No, I'm not saying I care about them.
Fucking John Bernthal. Ugh. It really depends what they're doing.
Like what? The next Kojima? What? That game that's coming out? Who's the bad guy? Is it? From who's Doctor Strange's bad guy?
Kojima does everyone. Like Kojima's weird with bad guys. Like, you could be playing a bad guy. Depending, you know what I mean? What were you saying, Abyssa?
Oh, that would have been pretty cool if we were Red Skull. That one guy.
What were you saying, Abyssa?
Did I overhear that you're writing your own story?
Oh, I had an idea, but I wanted to do it more as like a like a visual graphic novel.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's all about multimedia these days.
Yeah.
The literature is kind of dead. Literacy.
I mean, like have it in there, but like have like the little moments of like the visual art of storytelling.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted it to be like pretty much what I wanted to, like, I wanted to do a critique just about violence and human nature. And that pretty much what it boils down to, and the main character as being almost animalistic in the sense of the way he views violence. To where
Jesus Christ!
So the main character
It would be like an examination of like.
Yeah, I wanted to do like a character study of like the main character himself. Like I already said, is a violent person, but the main journey he'll be going on is realizing that he doesn't have to live a violent life. He can kind of transcend this and become a not a good person, but just like a become actually human and not live like an animal, pretty much. But I wanted to start it, and also I wanted to do a critique on incarceration.
Yeah.
And well, they have a name for it when you've been in these facilities so long. Institutionalism, yeah, institutionalization.
Yeah, it's unfortunately that can even happen to, like, you know, kids that stay with it too long. Get out of college, they don't know how to direct themselves.
Yeah, the how the institutions because it's not just going to be the guy, like the main characters. I just wanted to I didn't even want to give him like a name, like a full-on name. I wanted him to have a nickname to it. I was just calling him 187.
Yeah,
like a number, like a number instead of a name, like something dehumanized, and have him, you know, later on make a name. But I just wanted to show him like the dehumanization that happens when you've been institutionalized your whole life.
Yeah.
and later on he develops, he develops friendships, and meets people, maybe meets a girl, becomes a real person as the story continues. But oh yeah, I wanted that to be the crux of the story. Like, I didn't want to like throw bad guys and good guys in there. I just wanted to show like a person's journey.
That's definitely a nice approach. Very
You know?
focused.
Yeah. And like the story elements, like I could make those up on the fly. That would be the main thing. Like, I don't have to be like, oh yeah, one day he's gonna do this and that. Like, no, start it. That'll be the crux of the story.
Yeah.
And I wanted the yeah.
It's something I discovered as well. It's like if you start off with like a
Yeah.
like a central motivation or something, and just go from there, it flows very, very easily, and then the action will come.
The action will come. Yeah. When you add elements in, the action will follow those elements.
Yeah.
The action follows last.
Yeah.
And but I did have like an idea as like a faceless antagonist, not like some guy like X-Files, like smokes a cigarette and is really planning everything, but I wanted it to look like the act of these institutions themselves, like a faceless enemy, like a Hydra almost. Like, these institutions look for ways to justify their own existence, and that they'll go out of their way to create conflicts just so they could have an excuse to exist. And that's what would boil down to a lot of the conflicts in the story.
Yeah. Like false flag attacks and stuff like that.
Like everything under the book. Like, I wanted so the missions the character would go on. The missions would mostly involve him having to kill somebody or create one of these false flags, or be like the what you call it, the gunman, or the trigger guy during these things. So that would be a lot of his job. And in the beginning, before he made these connections and he would do this stuff, like, I wanted to be like, I don't give a fuck, I'll kill, as long as I'm not in there, I'm out here, I'm happy. But then later on, I want him to realize, like, he's never really been out here as he has when he's, doing these jobs. He never really got to see the world. He never left his neighborhood. And then he's like, holy shit, there's shit out here worth caring about. And that would be the crux of the story. He's like, oh, I get to go out and, not be in a fucking cell. Then he's like, holy shit, wait, there's a world out here. There's, stuff to do. There's people. There's, love. I can, find love out here. You know what I mean? The little shit. Can love bloom on a battlefield? It's philosophical.
Yeah.
What does it mean to be a human? Shit.
Yeah, it's like growing up in an environment. You sort of become, or it sort of normalizes things. You hear that what is that joke about the fish in the water? Do you know that one, Steve?
Big fish, little pond?
No, it's like let me go again. It's like these two fish are migrating upstream.
Mm-hmm.
And this fish swims downstream to them, and he's like, watch out, guys, the water up there is. And then he swims off, and the two fish look at each other, and they're like, one of them says, what's warm? And the other one says, what's water?
Yeah. yeah, something like that.
It's like a metaphor for, like, because, like, water is so natural to fish, they don't, so they actually wouldn't, they wouldn't
really comprehend it. They would think the world was like this, everywhere was like this.
Yeah, it's true.
There's something else other than what they're used to is kind of mind-boggling.
Yeah. So your man escaped all that then, huh?
Well, it's not like it's an escape in a philosophical term, but like it really just starts off as like people understand he's on death row. They know he's a violent criminal. He understands he's a violent criminal, and that has been his life. And I wanted to depict the violence as not being like stylized or glamorous, but like really being like gritty and gory. Like,
yeah.
Like, not like, you just... I didn't want to romanticize. Like, I want to be very careful with, because, a lot of times, like, people have a tendency of romanticizing fighting and violence to be like, oh, it's something more than what it really is. They like to portray it as like, oh, look how cool this is. This guy's a tough guy. No, I wanted it to be like, beating someone to death with like I think Sopranos does as well, like beating someone to death with like a frying pan.
Yeah.
Like them just having a seizure and shitting themselves while you're choking them out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think the key to that would be like, intimacy. I think a lot of this is like stylized violence. It's sort of just like
against a faceless adversary behind a mask. There's another guard here and there. I wanted to do it like his team would do something like the people he goes in are like professionals, right? So they're not like getting their hands dirty. Instead, they're like collecting blackmail material on someone, like hacking computers and getting pictures, or finding out that they're laundering money. They have like millions of dollars stashed away, and they're using that type of shit to blackmail them. And then when they want to move on a person, they'll send this guy into their hotel room to kill them, because they need it to look like a burglary, so they can get their hands on blackmail material. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna send you in, and you're gonna do what you usually do, and then they'll just write it off. It was a burglary attempt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So they use like professional criminal. So he does these jobs to get like a little taste of freedom.
Just to not be on death row, because that's where he was originally. That was originally what was gonna happen to him. He was gonna be executed, and that would be the end of everything that he knows. So he's like, yeah, okay, as long as I get to live a few days. Then he starts asking the questions like, shit, why do I want to keep living if I don't really have nothing to live for? Like, I'm just day in, day out doing this shit, doing these jobs. But then he starts seeing the world outside of what he's used to, and that's what makes him want to keep going.
That sounds good.
Yeah. And from there, like, I could go anywhere I want. I could add like sci-fi elements into the missions, you know what I mean? But really, I just wanted to do a lot of blackmail and violence. Like I wanted one where it's like I wanted one where he's like in Taiwan somewhere, and they're getting blackmail material on like guys visiting like like children and fucking like lady boys and shit like that over there in Taiwan, and they're getting the shit on them, and they're like sending him into like the hotel room to like intimidate him or murder him, depending on which way I want the story to go. like shit like that, like the real underbelly. But then after that, he'd be like looking at binoculars and watching families on the beach after engaging in something, like, you know what I mean, like juxtaposition.
Yeah.
Like he's watching like normal people too.
I think like another element to that story you're telling. It's it's actually very hard to like find a person that's willing to do all those things. Like, you really do have to.
You gotta scrape the bottom of the barrel, so to speak.
You do,
Yeah.
like nobody wants to be the executioner, and
Yeah.
everyone's gonna know that you're the guy who, you know,
Yeah.
kills the locals.
Yeah, like dealing with collateral damage, blackmail, extortion, intimidating fucking juries. Like they sending that guy in to do shit like that. Really clandestine, nasty missions that, you know, the government, my government has been caught doing tons of times. Yeah, they used to use the mob for that. Yeah, they used to give people lighter sentences, and what they would do is have them what you call police informants. That means they don't get to go to jail, but they have to stay on the street, wear an ankle monitor, and work for the police. FBI does it too. They did it to that guy. It was a movie, but it was based on a true story called Catch Me If You Can. It was like a kid who was you know, forging checks, and was great at forging checks, and he was
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio played the guy, but it's based off a real guy.
And
But
Tom Hanks.
yeah, and Tom Hanks. And he was like the best at forging checks, and like the government hired him while he was in jail to tell them how these people were. He still works for the FBI. Exactly.
Yep.
Multiple life sentences. Works for the FBI.
Dude, you can bring your check to him, and if it's fake,
He'll tell you.
The second he looks at it.
Yeah, dude, this guy could tell you where the paper was manufactured. He can tell you where he could tell you which country the paper was from.
Watch the movie.
Dude, the guy was a genius. He was a genius when it came to that shit.
I think it was just like a few years ago. He was on TV.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking doing TV commercials. Yeah.
He said, "You've probably seen my movie. I'm the guy that runs like something." He just basically just like it just like what the fuck?
That's him. He's fucking still
getting paid by the FBI and getting paid. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's cool. One of the guys that invented Apple Mac computers was a criminal.
Yo, yeah. I could.
Steve Wozniak. He was put behind bars for.
McAfee. Do you know the guy McAfee? McAfee Security. The guy McAfee computer security.
Yeah.
John McAfee.
Oh yeah.
He killed his neighbor. He killed his neighbor. He still can't come to America. But he says the reason he's not dead or in jail is because he had dirt on all of the a lot of politicians and a lot of government buildings and shit, like government institutions. He has a lot of dirt on them because he was in charge of their internet security. So he knows these people and what they do. And he's like, yeah, they know not to kill me because like I'm gonna release all this shit. So I'm just gonna stay over here.
Great. You know, that's the world that's swimming just below the surface.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, where the nasty stuff lays.
Like, you know, marijuana is currently illegal in America because a bunch of like medicine companies and alcohol companies back in the day just wanted to squeeze it out of the market.
Oh yeah, and you know you know why they didn't like it is because the Mexicans they own a lot of if you legalize marijuana, Mexicans would own they would corner the market in it.
Yeah.
Most of it comes from their country.
Yeah, it's true. Funny, like you know, it's out there in broad daylight, but
No.
you know,
Most people don't give a fuck. Most people ain't gonna look into that.
A lot of these people are doing their crimes in broad daylight.
Yeah. It's like they're doing it in broad daylight. Oh yeah, Epstein was another great example. See, I wanted to, and I wanted to do a whole. Oh my god, that Epstein thing was so. Oh my god, and the way he died, like that's the type of shit I'm talking about. The guy would be doing.
Yeah.
like killing an Epstein in jail. No, he's dead. Nah, he died, dude. He could be alive. He could be alive.
Say that he was a Mossad.
Yeah.
Mossad.
Yeah,
The
but
body that they showed.
They said he went. He was in a room with a woman, and then like hours later she left, and then all of a sudden he's dead.
oh yeah, someone killed him. They said that there was another guard came in. There was some people were playing fast and loose with the books on who was there to see him and who wasn't.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, that was
Yeah, but this is the type of shit our government gets into, and the reason they have to play ball with these guys is they got dirt. Like McAfee, they got dirt. He's not just there because he's rich and this and that. Nah, he got dirt on people early on. That's why. That's why, Engel. He got the dirt on him.
Oh, I know that.
He got
if
the
you
dirt.
You see some of the tapes and the videotapes.
Oh my!
Like all these officials. Come on, you see he's kicking it with the future president of the United States.
Dude,
Donald Trump.
he kicked it with several presidents. There's several presidents he was hanging out with and playing buddy with.
But flying out after this deep fake stuff. You heard of that, Steve?
Oh, the deep. You know where the deep fake stuff really started was with Obama. They deep faked him giving a speech he never gave. He was doing State of the Unions. Yeah, he was doing State of the Unions with the deep fake technology, and it wasn't even him, and he got busted on it. They're like, that ain't Obama, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Obama deep fake. It was on the news. It was on the news. He was giving a speech that he never gave. It wasn't him. Fucking it. It was whoever they had standing in for him. They put Obama's face over his body, and they created the clips of him speaking before to have the thing all together. They clipped it all together. His vocals.
It's gonna destroy the media then.
Yeah, it was a deep fake, and it was released by the White House. It was a deep fake video of Obama giving a speech released by the White House on national TV, and it was made to look like a State of the Union address.
Crazy. I mean, I bet it's deep fake technology has begun to surface in the run up to Trump 2020, isn't it?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. And a lot of celebrities are copywriting their images. So it's not just they copyright what they work on. They're saying, no, my likeness. They're using the term likeness, and my image can't be because I remember that happened with Death Stranding. With they thought that girl was Stephanie Houston, and Stephanie Houston's people was gonna push up on Hideo Kojima's people, talking about, are you using her likeness in the game without her being there? Yeah.
Well, they actually had. Phantom Pain had trouble with that too, because head surgeon called Dr. Canavaro, he was working on head transplants around the same time as Phantom Pain. He pretty much looked exactly like the doctor in Cypress.
Oh yeah. Get the doctor's name. Oh yeah. They could do that for any of us, dude. They could just deep fake you into some shit now.
Gaming technology to give this the little computing device. It's like it's an electronic circuit called a GPU.
Yeah.
And it's like graphics cards and stuff.
Yeah.
Virtual reality is bleeding into reality now.
Oh yeah, they got the fucking. I always wondered when it comes to the deep fake stuff. Are the people you're seeing on TV, are they even real people?
Yeah.
Could it just be like a fucking AI? It could just be a fucking AI you're looking at.
Yeah. Oh, it's totally true. Or like even pornography. There's this Scarlett Johansson and a ton of other actresses.
Oh yeah.
Trying to fight it now because like Jessica Alba. They're now starring in pornography movies because they never knew about it. So,
Fucking just popped out of nowhere. Fucking popped out of nowhere, and it fucking looks just like them. It looks probably even better. I'm even beginning to wonder if the people are the people are real.
Yeah, I know. I think it's time to turn off the television.
Yeah, yeah, it's done.
It's over.
They probably even like even when you're watching YouTube videos, it might not even be real people you're watching. It could just be a fucking AI. There are AI YouTubers. It could just be an AI made to look like a person, talk like a person.
Well, I'm real.
Huh? Yeah, shit, you could say it, but how the hell could we know? We're there with you. You could no way you could prove anything. That's the crazy part.
Maybe I'm a spy.
Yeah, it would just be like AIs trying to sell you shit. It's not like, oh, they want to control humanity. It always boils down to money. They use them to sell you shit. The AIs be like, you know what? He's most likely to buy this, and then they'll somehow target you through just like the shows you watch, the people you talk to.
Yeah, like the impact on politics is going to be crazy too, because like you know they talk about talking heads. You always politicians just like little squares on the screen. Those would be really easy to manipulate.
Oh yeah. That's what I think they were doing with Hillary Clinton, because Hillary Clinton was very sick during the last election. They used to talk about that it wasn't her running around; it was just a bunch of stunt doubles, or just, you know, what do they call? They don't call them stunt doubles. They call them fuck. Yeah, body doubles. It was just a bunch of body doubles.
Oh, yeah.
And remember,
like what they did with they did that with Trump's wife.
Yeah, body doubles.
Huh.
They were doing that with Hillary. And they got caught out a couple times for that. Because remember, there was that time she fainted during the 9/11 ceremony.
Right.
Dude, she just like passed out in the middle of the ceremony, and she had to be like took to this fucking like spray painted black ambulance. Everyone was like, "The fuck's going on there, dude?"
Yeah, something weird.
And no one wanted to, and like I remember like the media didn't want to like comment on it. I don't know if you remember that angle. Like no one wanted to talk about like why Hillary just fucking fainted in the middle of nothing, like no fucking reason. She's like passed out.
Well, they were kind of talking about it, but they were talking about why don't they?
Yeah, like no one was talking about. No one said what happened. Nobody wanted to say what happened to that.
Saturday Night Live was talking about it. SNL.
Dude, she couldn't even during one of the debates with Trump, she couldn't even finish the debate. She had to leave. She left it. Yeah, she left in the middle of a debate, and Trump was just left there alone on stage. I'm like, dude, don't make that woman your fucking leader. People would just be fucking with the country for the rest of the presidency. This is a weak leadership. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see your leader having fucking seizures.
Hashtag.
That shit looks bad.
Hashtag Bernie. Hashtag Bernie.
Bernie can't even hit a speed bag. Did you see that? Bernie Sanders is hitting a punching bag, and dude, that's a bad look for a leader. Like, I know I used to say really leadership's about communication, but also you don't want to look like a fucking...
A pussy.
Yeah, you don't want to look like a pussy, like you can't get shit done on your own.
Yeah.
That's a bad look, too.
That's a little shit. People overlook.
Yeah, no one wants to see that.
The only thing about we see younger president.
He's not young. It's just like at least he's out there doing shit. He's talking about what he wants to do and he does it. People can respect that. You don't want to hear someone just tell you what's wrong and they don't give you any solutions for nothing. They don't tell you what they're gonna do. It's just like, oh, fucking, it's this is the problem. It's because of like, no, give me a fucking solution.
That's funny.
It's like
Talking about it.
Yeah.
And the solution is to get rid of the Mexican.
Damn shit. It's a solution. It's not a good solution. At least it's there.
Kids are dying. Like,
Yeah.
kids
But
are dying.
dude, kids are dying. Kids are dying everywhere, all over the world. Kids are dying everywhere. that doesn't change much. Shit, kids are dying everywhere. But it's like, the fuck can you do? What can you do? What can you do? You can't give people shit. You can't give people shit. You give them shit I worked for, and you're gonna give it to someone else? Is that the solution? I bust my. That ain't the American way. Is you make your own shit and you keep your own shit. They're talking about no ownership. You can't own. They're talking about what they want to do to people who don't like Trump. They don't think you should be able to own shit in this country. No one should be able to own anything. Yeah, no, you can't own anything. You can't own the shit you make. You can't own the currency. Yeah, they don't believe in private property. See, America, we have private property. We're able to say, oh, this is my private property. Socialism means no private property. That means the state tells you what you're allowed to own. We're all gonna live in squalor. You're gonna be sharing fucking, you're gonna be sharing a washer. No, you're gonna be sharing. Pretty much, you're gonna be sharing your washing machines. Is gonna be a communal. Yep. No private property. If you have kids, the kids aren't your kids. They belong to the state. Your house belongs to the state. That's bad. Yeah, and when we let them raise our kids, they raised a bunch of fucking school shooters. When they didn't have a family, they made a bunch of fucking killers. Yeah, they made a bunch of fucking killers because the kids didn't come from a family. They came from an institution.
Yeah, people raped them and touched them.
Yeah. Put them on drugs. Put them on drugs. Put them on drugs. That's what the state wants to do. They put everyone on fucking drugs.
Yep.
And then they wonder why they're fucking shooting everything up.
Exactly. Well,
so I don't.
A lot of the shootings. A lot of the shootings is about people being born.
No, a lot of them aren't even kids. They're not even kids. There's adults shooting up places. A lot of them are fucking adults. Dude, they're all on drugs. They're all on prescribed medication. What do they call it? The opioid epidemic. Have you heard that term, Inglewots?
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah, there's an opioid epidemic. They're not getting the opioids from the street. They're getting it from their doctor. They're getting it from prescribed, licensed workers for the state. Yeah. People who work from the state are giving them the fucking drugs.
Good stuff that you talk about, Steve, the stuff that turns people into zombies.
Bath salts. There's fentanyl. There's just several drugs that have done that to people. Flocka. Gator. There's another one called Gator. They're all different. It's just like a chemist. Just like, yeah. I see it all the time. I hear shit about it all the time here in Florida. Yeah. People get on drugs. They either shoot up the place or they try to eat you. That's what we have to work with. Yes, they call it Gator. Yeah. No, crocodile. I'm sorry, they call it crocodile. You can't even trust the marijuana you get anymore because they lace it.
Yeah.
They lace it. Yeah. They lace the shit. And you know what else they do? A lot of marijuana nowadays is GMO. It's not natural. It's not natural plants. It's done through hydroponics and genetic modifications. So I won't even fuck with that. I won't even fuck with that anymore.
Why would they want to turn you into a zombie?
They want you to. Oh, crisis. You can do shit to people who are going through crisis. Yeah. Anytime there's a crisis, people can make money off of it.
Yeah, the Chinese don't have a word for, or what did they say? The word for crisis. They're the same word, Chinese.
The same word for what?
The crisis and opportunity.
Oh yeah. Well, the funny thing is, a lot of them make those drugs I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, Chinese.
Yeah, they make the flocka, the crocodile, the fentanyl. That's just made and produced in China. Bath salts.
Fentanyl, the crocodile.
Yeah, you think I'm joking? They harvest it. They harvest it and they produce it in China. They harvest it all over the world and produce it in China. It's nasty shit. It's nasty shit.
China, the big bad wolf.
Mm-hmm. It's not even them that's the bad wolf. It's people, you know, giving them the job to do it. It's like the shit I was talking about with the story I wanted to make. It's not like you would think it'd be this violent guy I'm talking about as the main criminal or bad guy in the story, but it's people putting him, giving him the work to do it. They're asking him to do a task and he does it. Just because he's the guy who does it, does that mean he's the main bad guy? If he didn't do it, they just would have got someone else to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I say with China. If China wasn't here, they just would have found another country to produce all this crap in. But it's there's a market out here for it. People, like, you tell people like, oh, there's a new drug, and man, it gets you fucked up and it's cheap, and they're like, oh hell yeah, let's go, let's get it.
They got a show. It's about the old school days, but it's called Snowfall.
Oh, they're making crack.
Yeah, rock. It's rock. It's
Yeah.
everywhere, sir.
Yeah, it was, and shit, you know. And it was really the FBI that taught those kids in the hood how to make crack rock. The CIA taught them how to do it.
Huh. Man, CIA.
CIA.
They needed to make money.
La CIA.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's how they got their black budget. Because they can't use you can't use taxpayer money for a lot of those clandestine missions because it leads a paper trail. So they have the agents figure out ways to make money, and they're allowed to make money any way possible. They don't have any. They're not going to get arrested. They're not going to have to serve time. Well, if they get caught,
Make sure that green shirt saved. Make sure you're making all the money when you get paid.
But the funny thing is, yeah, and when they sell it, yeah, and when they sell the money, and when they sell it, when they need to sell it, guess who they find? They go to the jail cells and they say, yeah, they'll go to the jails and they'll be like, listen, we'll give you a reduced sentence, but you're gonna have to do this. Sell this fucking crack rock for us. Freeway Ricky Ross. Freeway Ricky Ross. Look him up. He got busted during the Iran Contra scandal. He led to that shit. It was a guy here, black guy here in the States, was caught with fucking an immense amount of cocaine, like more cocaine than you could think possible. And it got traced back all the way to Bush and his presidency. Bush and Reagan. Yeah, Freeway Ricky Ross. He said the CIA. What were you saying? What were you saying, Abyssa?
Did you say you meant that?
What happened?
Did you say you were in prison with the Iceman?
Oh yeah, I met him before in Kraft and Trenton.
Oh shit.
We were all in cell blocks and shit. Like, I didn't know who he was till like later on. I think a guard told me. We were just like chilling. We were all in our cells, and we used to go out, to get trays or something. We'd go to the sometimes we go to the yard or something, play soccer, whatever. we all just, you sit there, you have to look at everyone who's there with you. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Sometimes you'll have interactions. I talked to him once, and he was saying something about clubs he used to go to in North Jersey. To go to these clubs in North Jersey, and we were all making fun of him, like, "Oh, you gonna go dance there with your big ass?" He couldn't dance. He's like, "I can dance. What are you talking about?" Fucking big guy. He would look funny when he danced in a club.
Yeah.
Stay sharp.
Look like a fucking dinosaur. Stomping around.
Hey, I'm not done talking to you.
Yeah. But I was in a lot of those I was in like a lot of those places I was in because it was I had a violent offense. So I always had to be put in maximum security. And it's like when you're in maximum security, like you start to realize shit. It's like there was more people were held more accountable in maximum security than they would be anywhere else in the jail, because you hear all this like crazy dumb shit happening all over the jail. And you'd be like, what? This guy stole this? And like, no one did. But if you did that shit at maximum security, like, yeah. Like, a lot of these guys are like doing 60 years life. One guy had life. And it's just like, yeah, they have to live there. So, like, they are kind of held accountable for the shit they do in there. You know what I mean? So they won't do. Yeah, they're like, shit, I'm living in here now, so fuck. A lot of those guys. What'd you say?
Did you feel safer in the maximum security?
No, but I knew there was accountability there. So like fucking what are we gonna do? We're gonna fight them, we're just gonna go at each other again later on, a couple years down the road. Like, you ain't going anywhere.
Hello, human.
Yeah.
I think the only, well, actually no. The worst things that happened in jail was like it was so fucking dirty. Like I was in Camden, and Camden's like one of the worst places in the world to be locked up in, especially in America. It's like one of the worst, like the most. It was like murder capital when I was there. It beat Detroit, and it was like there's no money and everything is poor, and like fucking it was like 8 people to a cell, and there was like 3 race riots while I was there.
Oh shit.
That shit was getting lit in there. But like every
nightmare.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad, but that's where the survival shit kicks in. You gotta know how to talk to people.
Make a line.
Yeah. Well, then again, it was like you could join gangs and shit like that. You know.
Yeah.
I
have any tat?
Yeah, I do have some gang tats that I need to get removed. I've been putting them off for a while, but yeah, I have a gang tats I really need removed, like ASAP.
Yeah. It's gonna be sore.
Because people keep looking at them and asking me about them, and I'm like, yeah. Like I can't say no, like.
Yeah, I was a big fan of the throat slashers back in the day.
Oh yeah, fuck, dude. It was pretty funny because it was like the weird thing is, when you're in there, it's like there's sound all the time. There's all this noise, all these people talking at once, and that's the main torture part. There's never quiet. When it is quiet, that means something violent is going on. That means like something bad's happening. When it gets quiet.
Yeah. Well, that's what they always say. It's like whenever your kids go quiet, that means that they're doing something naughty.
Yeah, because they're watching. They're watching either someone being killed or someone fighting. Everyone gets quiet when the violence starts. Everyone gets quiet because everyone's looking. So
they're in caution mode.
Yeah, they're like,
trying to save their own skin.
Yeah, they're like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Yeah. So
just wake up and see blood everywhere.
Yeah, or you'll hear the fighting. You can hear like the womp womp womp. You hear the hits and everything connecting.
Yeah.
And then after that, after the fight happens or the violence takes place, that means you're gonna go in lockdown. So a lot of people preemptively, when they see the violence kick off, they go in their cell and lock the door.
Right.
Pull their cell closed and just wait, because you're gonna if you're out there when it's popping off, that either means you're a part of it or you're gonna be called in as a witness by the cops. So first off, you wanna act like you ain't see shit. You're like, I didn't see shit. I was in my room eating breakfast. I didn't see shit. And then the weird thing is, the most violent shit happens early in the morning. Early in the morning.
Huh.
Same fucking breakfast tray. I remember the breakfast tray.
Getting out of the shower.
Every time we had boiled eggs and grits, something violent would happen. Same tray. It was just it was like you could count on it. You would see the shit popping off, and you would look at what they gave you for breakfast, and you'd be like, oh, it's that time. Boiled egg breakfast tray. Someone's gonna die.
Rituals.
Yeah, it's weird. It's not a ritual. It's more like synchronicities.
Yeah.
Like you start noticing shit like that when you really don't have much to do. You notice like there's these little synchronicities with the world around us.
Yeah.
And you're just like, huh? I'll be damned.
Like an omen, huh? Like an eagle flying overhead.
Yeah. You're just like, oh. You like if you're intuitive, you notice it.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, there it is.
I'm gonna die today.
Yeah. But it was like, and that stuff wasn't. I guess I noticed something because I was in a few institutions, not like crazy institutions, more like military and prison institutions, but they all behave the same. It's all the same thing. It's all the same, like human nature. You would think like, oh, you become a cop, that you're different from the criminals. Like, nah, dude, they all behave the fucking same in an institution. Whether you're a guard, whether you work there or you're locked in there, they all do the same shit. Fucking yeah. They all get beef with each other. They all vindictive and sneaky.
I mean, life is so regimented there that it's like, sort of like, you just build up, like, an old clock of, like, I don't know, like, you repress things, like, large amounts or something.
It's reversed.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
It's reversed.
What's reverse?
No, my wife sent me a photo of her teeth. She was like, Trader, I was like, yeah. And I showed her one of her old ones. But the photo is reversed of the one she sent. So she said, I'm like, no, it's reversed. Actually, that side. And that side. But you have a tattoo on the other side, and I think it's a tattoo.
You know what's the worst shit I seen though? The worst shit I seen was out in the world, not in jail. I was visiting my cousin once, where he lives, and there was a couple. It was a domestic abuse situation. The guy and the woman were arguing, and she tried to stop him from leaving, so she grabbed the car door he was going into, and he fucking started shutting her arm in the car door, and he just kept like slamming the car door into her arm until her fucking arm came off.
Oh my god.
Her fucking arm came off. It was like hanging on by like a little bit of skin. And that was the worst thing I saw.
Yeah, it's, yep. I can see why Reg walk in the park. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, damn. And it wasn't like nothing, like you couldn't stop it because, you know, everyone was telling her, you know, fucking let go. What are you doing? Like, let him go. She just like, you know, she gets that weird, like you see that with women sometimes where like they want you to see them suffer. Does that make sense? Like, it's like she wanted him to see that she's willing to suffer for him. So she kept her like that. Like I'm adding to it. Like I'm putting my own like that's what I think happened. Because she could have easily been like stayed at the door, like, go on, get out of here, bitch. Bye, bye, Felicia. She could have totally been like that, and like no one would have faulted her for that. But the fact that like she stayed there and like was getting that slammed into her arm, and she's just like, "Ay, oh, ow, look at me, I'm suffering." The fact that she stayed there and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she wanted him to see that. She wanted him to see that she's willing to do that. That's what I got.
Some people are so pathetic that they'll just stay in an abusive relationship because like
it's nothing else.
Yeah.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
They don't know nothing else.
A nigga don't ask for what he don't know. They don't know anything other than that. They're so used. They've been abused their whole life. Probably they're used to it. They don't know anything else other than that. Like the institutionalization. I've seen people spent their whole lives in institutions, and like they just don't know. They don't know what the fuck to ask for.
They don't know. And don't show. Don't know about chicken.
Don't ask. They don't ask for what they don't know. They don't ask questions. Yeah. You sit there, give them.
I was a bit institutionalized by, you know, like college and high school and stuff like that.
No, yeah. That'll do it for you. Those are big institutions now. They actually make them more into prisons now.
Yeah.
Shooting drills, and they keep you scared enough just so you know you keep listening to them.
Shit. Trusting authority.
You keep trusting them because they say, "Oh, someone could come in here and shoot you. You might better listen to me." But you know, it's like that'll always work on a majority of people. But there's always some people out there who are just like they ask questions or they just don't buy it. They just don't buy the narrative you're selling.
Yeah.
I mean, some people they just buy anything you sell them. They just fucking you tell them, "Hey, fucking." We got chicken sandwiches in Popeyes. Come down to Popeyes. Buy this chicken sandwich. It's a fucking chicken sandwich. Like you never ate a fucking chicken sandwich before. Like you never seen a chicken sandwich before. But people buy that shit. And I'm kind of done trying to help people. It sounds fucked up, but like if you're willing to fucking kill each other over a chicken sandwich, man, just fuck it. Fuck it, you're already done. You're already finished.
Bring a horse. Gotta make a drink.
Yeah. Fighting over, well, what else would they fight over? They fight over something stupid like, like sometimes I used to hear these men fight. No, I used to see people fight over, this is the dumbest shit. I used to see people fight over which rapper they thought had the most money. I've seen people fight over that shit. I've seen like shit come to blows because they're trying to figure out who has more money, 50 Cent or Jay-Z.
Wow.
And I'm like first off, the money they have isn't, but it doesn't even matter because it's just like, man, you know who gave them that money though, right? Who's on the money? Who's on the money, Ingowatts?
Who's on the money?
Whose face is on? Slave owners.
George Washington, Abraham Lincoln.
Yes. A bunch of slave owners are on the money. Yeah, a bunch of slave owners are on the money. So you're fighting over images, pieces of paper of images of your oppressor on them, like dude. fucking retards. Nothing you can say. Nothing you can say, man. They're not even fighting over the money. They're fighting over who they think has the most of said money.
Okay. She got the most. No, it's James.
What's that? You know who someone said something that really upset me once was Steve Harvey, when he was talking to Monique, and Monique was like, they were trying to typecast her, and they were trying to make black people look bad and this and that, and she just wanted more creative control over the movie she was in. And Steve Harvey went up to her, and he's like, man, this isn't about how you feel about shit. This is about money. You need to. This is a money game. This ain't about black or white. It's about money. And she looked at him like, what? Like fucking Steve Harvey, straight sellout. He'll sell his fucking daughter for a nickel.
Yeah. He did.
Yeah, pretty much.
He did fucking that now.
Yep. And then they try to get on Lawrence.
All three of his jobs. He lost all three of his jobs.
Good.
You know, at once.
God did that.
Dude,
God did that to him.
His own TV show.
Good. He's still on the radio. He's still on the radio though.
I don't think they're gonna be able to take him off that.
Yeah.
It was something else. It was another job. I don't remember. Oh. I know. He did the show with the amazing kids.
Oh yeah.
Where they cut the talented.
Yeah. And he like fucking he didn't even I remember he didn't even want to listen to what she was saying. She's talking, and she's pretty much talking about what the fuck happened to him. It's just like these people, they want to be able to control everything you do in your life, and the second you say no to them once, you're done. They take you. There's no job security. The second you say no once, you're done.
That's why Monique got blackballed for so long.
You know why they call it a black ball, right?
No.
Because they do it to you when you're black.
You stupid fool.
I'm telling you, it's really good at rule.
That shit happens to white people, Asian people.
Shit, why is what you call it, Harvey Weinstein? You know he's still making money. He gave all of his businesses over to his brother, and his brother's cutting him in on the checks.
Of course. That's how you're supposed to do it. You got a family member.
Wait, why did Cosby go to jail and Harvey Weinstein got to stay out?
Oh, because that nigga's black. That's regardless on that part.
You can't be playing with. Yeah, you can't play with them white girls like Bill Cosby was.
You can't. Okay, look, it goes like this: a white man and a black man can't go do at the same time. Okay.
The second that Harvey Weinstein came out, that's when they started trying to go after Michael after he's already dead. They went after R. Kelly. They went after.
Come on, they did a story. Me Too. That shit got real big with the women and everything.
Surviving R. Kelly, and then you hear the stories. Yeah, like you're going into his. You're the one going to his house in the middle of the night.
Yeah, exactly. When these women just go see Cosby in his room by himself, eat the food, take pictures and shit. Bitch, you was trying to get pregnant.
Yeah, you're trying to get that.
He was stupid. The only difference is Cosby knew what was up. He did a little something to drink, and he hit that pussy.
Cosby did fuck up. That's the one place Cosby fucked up with.
The only thing he fucked up with is that he should have made those pictures kind of nice.
Nah, he went after the white women. That's the problem. Same thing with Tiger Woods. The same thing with Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods, he had consensual relationships with them white women. They still tried to take his money.
They tried.
They still tried to take his money. He had a consensual relationship with them. There's nothing they could say. They're driving in his car. sucking him off. It's not, he didn't force him to do that shit. The wife caught him getting head by that woman. fucking, he didn't force him. He couldn't say he forced him. But Cosby, nah, Cosby fucked up. Cosby fucked up.
Yeah, and what makes it worse is that he's like falling into the dimension and shit. So,
Yeah, he don't even know where the fuck he is. He don't care. He made all of his money. Who else did they go after hard? They went after Richard Pryor after he was dead. Trying to say he was gay.
Yup, his son was in on that shit.
Everyone
trying
tried
to get money.
Everyone trying to say he's gay and fucking Richard. Like, damn, you can't let people just be dead anymore.
People, nowadays, look, someone needs to story. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I was there, I know what was up, you know?
I seen,
Big Steve,
like,
Big Steve was a snitch.
Hold on, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I gotta take a leak.
Big Steve's dad is like, yeah, I was there. That was a snitch. It's all kinds of shit. Like, and the guy's dead. Oh, you can't say that. I was there. Like, and people believe it.
Yeah. Big Steve was CIA. Yeah, it's pretty sick business. Show business. Very thick.
Okay, I'm back. You guys there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so Abyss, I was thinking about doing it like a reverse Forrest Gump the story where, like, you know how Forrest Gump, they had him like he had impact on like a bunch of world events behind the scenes. Like maybe do the character like have him be the guy who shot JFK. He's the guy who shot like shit like that.
He even killed Bobby.
Yeah.
And he was part of the Nixon scandal.
Oh yeah.
No, he snitched on him.
Yes. No, they got the blackmail. They got the blackmail material on Nixon. That's what happened.
Yeah, because he snitched on him. He's like, I ain't going to jail for that guy.
You have to be pretty old if you.
Oh yeah. Do it. Yeah. You can do it as well. I wanted to work with a decade.
It could be a,
Yeah.
It could be like, that's how you make it.
Yeah.
Like the ocean.
Or I could just go do modern day and have stand-ins for characters.
No. You're like the Notebook, almost like the Notebook. How he's in a mental house.
No, because I want an ambiguous ending though.
Well, you saying that he becomes like more mental in the end. That's
Yeah, but
and he's telling someone a story.
yeah, but as the story, I'm not gonna give him a good ending. Yeah, he still did a lot of bad shit.
Someone comes, like a nurse comes in his sleep, like it's like one of the family members like killed him, and they kill him and they inject him, and he dies in a painful death.
That's something so like over dramatic. Maybe that was like a good character death would be like the second he's getting his life back in order, fucking, I don't know, gets locked up again for one of the missions he did. He has to go to Gitmo. So they kind of
Yeah, he's just found like the love of his life, and then in the gut,
Yeah.
and goes back on death row.
Yeah. Figured out what he was doing, goes to Gitmo.
Yeah.
Figured out what he was up to. Just so some poetry and sick sense of humor.
Yeah. You wouldn't want yourself a happy ending, that's it.
I know that there is judgment. You always gotta pay. Someone's gotta pay.
Yeah.
Someone's gotta pay someone has to pay. No, cause there's no payment in death. There's no comeuppance if you're just walking around, you get sniped in the head and you don't even know what the fuck happened. Nah, I want it to be like
injection, because it looks like an injection. It's a possibility that you could bring him back.
Nah, dude. I want it to be a very linear story, and then if there's ever another story to come from that, it'll be done through another character.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep. I don't want to keep the same. Yeah, I don't want to keep doing the same character. And oh, he's back with a vengeance. Nah, dude. Nah, I'm good on that.
Yeah. Or, maybe he impacted in someone's life, and they end up taking over the manor.
There's not a mantle though. It's not a. You weren't listening. It's not a mantle. It's.
Well, I know that, but I'm
it's a look at institutionalization. You know, it's a critique of institutions and violence.
Yeah, you just have like Hunger Games episode 3. It's like you destroy the government and you destroy all them.
Yeah.
Bang out a couple more books for that.
Yeah, it's like I don't want him to solve the issue of these things. No, I want to do a character study on how these things affect a human being.
Yeah.
You know, like I can't tell you how to solve this shit. I don't think there is a way to solve it. It just is. It's a part of human nature. We make institutions, and we're violent people.
Yeah.
I just wanted to show what that does to a person over time. That's all.
Yeah, it's nice. Well, at least you're not thinking about, doing sequel after sequel.
Nah, I just wanted to do a very concise story.
And then the fourth one, don't even make it a porno.
There would be the
Yeah, we're gonna make it.
Oh yeah, I was gonna do some really. Yeah, I was actually. You know what? I was actually gonna put a lot of adult themes in there. That was another.
Oh, you should.
Yeah, there's gonna be tons of adult themes in there involving.
I mean, if there's gratuitous murder, then like you're already setting the bar up there. You might as well go.
It's gonna be
drugs and swear words and fucking.
Yeah, it's gonna be like I said, they're gonna be dealing with blackmail, extortion. I mean, you need the dirt, you need the dirty stuff in there to be able to do that. Be able to extort people. Blackmail.
Blaxploitation.
Blaxploitation is it's a genre of film that was like white people made it to get black people's money. This is a black exploitation, but no, blackmail is like when in the state, you know what blackmail is, right? It's when like they catch you doing something and you think you got away with it, and it's like a really serious crime, and they're like, "Oh, I got dirt on you."
Just my brain is broken there.
Yeah,
we're talking about like blackmail as in
yeah, extortion.
Yeah,
but I wanted to touch on a lot of human trafficking, like the Epstein stuff.
Yeah.
And how
Yeah,
like
it's such a gold mine for conspiracy theories like that.
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, there's so much weight behind them too, which is the crazy part. Is that there's like
Yeah.
back in the day they were like, oh, you know, that's our elected officials. You know, you gotta trust them. And nowadays it's like you'd be a fool to trust these people.
Yeah.
There's nothing justifying the trust you're willing to give
They're the
them.
ones.
They're
They're the
there.
ones.
They're the
You
ones.
know what I mean? Touch a little boy, touch a little girl.
Worse than that. Worse than that. Human trafficking. Everyone thinks, oh, that means they're not saying sex trafficking. Human trafficking can mean like I bought you, I kill you, and then I sell your kidneys.
Huh.
That's human. That's what happens with human trafficking, organ harvesting,
Right.
selling. You don't sell people on the black market just to have sex. Like you can just get a prostitute for that.
Bringing people.
Yeah, you sell people on the black market to sell their organs.
Did you ever play Watch Dogs?
No, I never played Watch Dogs.
Yeah, they have that. Yeah, they have women trafficking.
Oh yeah. It's just like it's because that's easy to just be like, oh, they're having sex with people they shouldn't be having sex with. Like, nah, dude, it's worse than that.
Hostel, like Hostel.
Hostel kind of is the film stuff. No, I'm talking like they take you somewhere, they kill you, and sell your organs. It's not like people just don't have fun killing you. I'm sure there are people who have fun killing you, but it's mostly
It's like the same.
kind of.
The only difference is these women got really kidnapped.
Yeah.
Really kidnapped.
Well, it's like when there's wars over there in the Middle East, right? They have a thing that happens with these wars called displaced people. People lose their homes and their villages and their towns, and they have nowhere else to go, and they just go missing.
Yeah.
And that's a very real thing that happens quite often, more often than people really care to acknowledge. And that is the sad part about a lot of these wars. These displaced people who just vanish in the night. They disappear, never to be seen again. Towns full of people ain't gonna watch. Do you hear me? Towns full of people disappear.
Well, Israel's got to expand somewhere, right?
Yeah. That's scary.
I'll be back.
Alrighty. Yeah. But it's like there's so much like shit there, dude. There's so much there's so much story there. You could write.
Sounds juicy.
It is. It's the juiciest type of dirt. Tea. Spiciest tea. This is the real shit, the real tea. I talked to someone about that. They're talking about the Area 51 shit, and I'm like, there ain't nothing at Area 51. They just test military shit there. The real shit is where they hide the money.
Yeah, the Ozark mines, right?
The Ozarks, yeah. They always look for the places they hide the money. That's the real shit that's the real thing they try to make sure no one knows about. That's the real shit they only care about. It's fucking Lebowski says always the money. It's always the fucking money.
Torture. The root of all things.
Yeah, always. Yeah, I mean, you look at like most of the World War I, World War II's fought over money. Fucking the shit over there in the Middle East, it's still money. It's still money, oil.
Yeah, I mean it figures, but historians always say that wars over ideas.
It's bullshit. It's money, dude. When everyone was rich, when everyone had their own shit, no one cared. No one cared.
Why do they always send the poor, right?
Yeah. And all the poor, all you needed for the poor was drugs. You know, you just give them drugs and they'll fucking they'll sort themselves out. Just feed them drugs.
Give them a gun and say they have power.
Yeah. Drugs and guns, they'll sort themselves.
Yeah.
But where they really get, but it's like where they really get simple is when they try to say interdimensional fucking lizard people coming with space aliens. Dude, you know that the second someone comes at you with some shit like that, they're either an idiot or they're in on it. They're either in on hiding money or they're just an idiot, just dummies.
Yeah. Alex Jones, controlled opposition.
Yeah. But then again, like Alex Jones is from Texas. I know, like, a lot of Texan people are like fucking retards. Not all of them, but I know a lot of them are just like fucking. It's like they live on an island.
Yeah.
And they don't consider anything other than, you know, what's in their own backyard. They want to think it's something fantastic. They want more out of life. They want something fantastical to happen. Yeah. Damn, these bitches ain't want to go down. Huh? Fuck knows. I'm hitting with like fucking all these handgun shells, but I might as well just be throwing stones at them.
Alright guys, that's gonna do it for me.
Alright man, good talking to you.
Alright.
Peace.
See you guys.
Bye. What time is it? Still, it's not that late. Alright, ending the broadcast here in this safe room.